Alright, we're out here in the woods today. We're not playing too deep because Jeff's wearing shorts and this place is crazy with bugs. We can probably deal with that if we needed to. But the wood nettle here would probably make Satan call Uncle.
Uncle? You're just scared of it.
Sean, it's stinging me through my pants. Jeff is calling it because it's stinging him.
Nettle usually doesn't bother me.
This shit's wicked. Okay. So, Sean's got a derringer he's going to play with. Jeff just fired up a couple of shots with it. I've got something I want to... Jeff, would you be all right here, or are you going to just get out? Okay. That cannon you just heard is a 22 caliber derringer. Right, now I'm going to bring the camera down here on this wood. By the way, for those of you, you see these nice round leaves down here. These things are all wood nettle, and it is wicked. Yes, it's edible. Yes, it's high protein. Yes, it's yes. No, it hurts. Been waiting for this. I ordered this over 2 months ago. It finally showed up. This is a survival bow from Primal Bows. Put this up here in a minute. As get rid of that nettle inside, and here is the bow. It's got some instruction page with it. This is the bowstring. The promo code from the Pathfinder. This is the spare bowstring. That's its bowstring on there. Undo this Velcro strap. And this is its string. We'll hand that to Sean for the moment. In here are the actual limbs of the bow. Okay? So this comes out, and that turns and locks the arm. And there we have the bow. Here's the bow. Directions. Pardon?
Where'd you get the left-handed model?
What?
One limb.
You need to take a limb out.
One of these is going to have to be flipped around.
Alright. I need it to be this way. So this one needs to flip because, let's see.
You know, I might in the ammo can. I think I had.
Okay. So it looks like shooting this probably won't be happening right now.
Oh, that's it.
This will be a pretty impressive scene jump. I set this up. We're going to take up where we left off, showing this primal bow. I do want to show you a couple of things. My normal wrist guard I don't have. I ended up leaving it in Jeff's vehicle the other day. This is one of my spares. I'll be wearing this today. And this is a Damascus glove. This is the style I prefer, and I'll wear that. Okay, so I wanted to show you a couple of things. This is my Oneida bow. This is my main bow if I'm hunting. It is a hybrid compound recurve. This one is 70 pounds. Sorry, I had a bug. But here's the date on this one that it was done. 4812. And it has the limb ID number, that sort of thing. This one is very fast. I'm going to put on my glove real quick. Now the wrist guard, like I say, I usually wear a different one, but we'll do this one because Jeff's got mine by accident. When that string goes, if it hits you in the wrist, it will put a hurt on you. So I don't like wearing a wrist guard, but in this case I'm going to be wearing one. Now this glove, there are several different things. I wear a tab. I could wear one that just covers the fingers. This is how the Damascus glove covers, and I really like this glove. I wanted to show you a couple things on our arrows. Depending on who the manufacturer is, and this won't cover the spine weight. This will tell you this arrow is rated, because it says 55-75, and that's actually the rating that this arrow is rated for, is 55 to 75 pounds. And it has to do with the flex it has on the spine of the arrow. Something we'll cover in another video. Right now, show you a couple things. Back to this one. This is a carbon fiber arrow. This is an aluminum shaft arrow. The aluminum is harder, but definitely heavier. So you have a couple of things to think about when you're purchasing and deciding what you want. The spine, which one is going to be more flexible? Well, carbon fiber will have a much more flexible spine than the aluminum. Okay. This is another one that's rated here by draw weight that it should be used on. You see 50 to 60. My Oneida bow being 70, we will of course want one of the arrows rated for 70 pounds. Now you'll have different things on an arrow rest. This one is a flipper style. It'll move in time. You can see my pins here. I have a peep sight on this one. And these funny furry looking things are string silencers. There's a term used in deer hunting about jumping the string. When the deer hears the sound, they often will squat down and then jump up. I'm trying to figure out how to do this to where, let's see. This is just a quick thing, and I don't have mine set for that range. Alright, that's how fast the arrow travels out of that one. Now, next one I want to show you, this is an older recurve. This is a wood, it's layered, and this of course is a really nice bow. Excuse me, still got the bugs. Okay, here we go. Ben Pearson, Mach 1, 7052. Look here. We got the dates of manufacture, USA, and this is a 50 pound, that's what this is telling you, 50 pound at 28 inches of draw length. So I'm going to go ahead and string this one, and we'll look at how fast this 50 pound bow can put an arrow down range. Also didn't go into, you have these reflex tips here. This is a recurve bow. This, by the way, which I didn't show you on the other string, is a knot guide, string guide. So when I put my arrow, let me get that arrow that's rated for the 50 to 60. When I put this in here, the nock sits up against that, and that allows me to have a consistent seating of my arrow each time. Also, you notice that these flights on this arrow have two colors. The one that's a different color will always point out. Now I'm right-handed, so I've got it notched on the left side of my bow. It is close to center shot. You notice the cutout here. So this is a close to center shot. That reduces what's referred to as an archer's paradox, and we'll get into that again later. Now the nock in here is not hard glued in. On wooden arrows we would often do that, but on these it's not. And if it's turned like this, now my contrasting is not. Well, I'll go ahead and put my nock on the string, and grabbing the shaft of the arrow, I'm just going to gently rotate till that is now pointed out. Okay, so that goes down beautifully fast, but it is not anywhere near the speed that the Oneida throws it. Alright, now this is the packing box for my primal thing. So here's the people who sent it. Primal Gear Unlimited. It came with some, plenty of packing, and comes with instructions on using it, all that good stuff. Now, one thing about this bow, they came in two. This is, by the way, how it looks folded down. This bow came in two weights when I ordered it, 50 and 60 pounds. They were the same price. I ordered the 60 pound. Since then they've had an issue with how the limbs work, and they've reduced the rating to 50 and 55. So this is now a 55 pound instead of the 60. But it's not a big deal. Alright, so I've got my string that I just released. Up here you'll see this knob. I'm going to turn it a couple of quick turns. The same for this. And now they're pointed in line with that, and that'll free up my limbs. And once that limb is out, I'm going to go ahead and just torque that one down, drop this one, torque that one down. Now, let's talk about this part. This bow can be shot right or left-handed. It depends on how we turn these. Remember when I unboxed this, this part here, the string guide, or the string nock, was turned each one a different direction. So I had to change one to make it right or left. I'm going to be shooting right-handedly, so I'm going to be holding it so that with my left hand, this notch faces out. You can see this furry-looking stuff. This is where my arrow will rest. If I was shooting left-handedly, I would want it in my right hand with that out. And then I would just take these limbs, there's this nice little set screw here, undo it, I could reverse the limbs, and then this would be strung as a left-handed bow. But I'm not left. If I was going to pick on something about this bow from the start, see how thin these tips are, how very narrow, much narrower than my index finger. Well, standard bowstring, the loops on it can easily slide. So I'm going to have to put one in here and hope it stays while I bend the bow and attempt to get this other string in place. And that could be kind of tricky. So I wish there was a way maybe we could have one of these just be slightly smaller, and then by default that would be the loop that I have at the bottom. But it doesn't take a lot to string it, and then we end up with this bow. I'm going to shoot out of it to check its kind of feel for the speed. an aluminum shaft, which remember that's going to be heavier, and then a fiberglass. So once again, I've got my guide out. You notice this does not have a guide in place. Just flip back. So that one was noticeably slower than my Ben Pearson. Another one here. This is the carbon fiber. That actually felt pretty fast. That felt right on par with my recurve. Tell you what, I didn't expect it to feel that fast, so I'm happy about that. I have another arrow here, which I'm going to shoot. Oh, and by the way, that time my string guard came in because the string did hit my wrist guard. So, what can I say about this? I'm kind of liking this primal bow. I'm going to throw an arrow downrange. Wow, not knowing how much of a drop this has. Oh, take a look. My knock stayed behind. There we go. There's an aluminum shaft. That arrow hits with authority, doesn't it? This is one rated for the 50-60, which falls in that 55-pound range. I'm going to go ahead and fire the lighter spined arrow. And I could actually see a little more flex to its flight. So I'm going to take a while to get used to how this bow shoots. Okay, so I'm going to go pick this up, the front seat, and let me zoom this back out. Zoom this out a little bit. Alright, so this is the bow. It is comfortable to shoot, a lot more than I would have thought. So it's fairly lightweight. It's certainly far easier to transport than my Ben Pearson or my Oneida. And I can safely say, after shooting these arrows now and seeing how fast they fly, I would be very confident in hunting with this. I would put a couple of string silencers up here on the ends. All in all, though, pretty impressed. And this is I don't remember the shipping cost, but it's about $129 for this bow. Alright, let me go ahead and I just took the string off, and now I have this more or less stick. Alright, so once again, I'm going to just loosen these. Turn that forward. That one goes in, I can screw that down. This one I'm going to turn, a couple of quick turns, and turn that in. with this strap here. So I'm going to take my bow and my string, which is dressed here. That's where the arrow will rest when it's on the string. And then I'm going to put that in place here. Take this, it has Velcro, put that around, and then a quick fixing of the Velcro. This would be good to throw in my backpack. So here we go. This is the Primal bow. This is a 55-pound draw. Yeah, if you ever need to replace the limbs, they're inexpensive. They actually sell strings, so you can order them there. You know they'll be the right string for your bow. They're like $9 something, $10. So yeah, this is a good way to go for anybody who's in a prepper situation, a survival person, somebody who wants a bow they can take with them. I thought before this would be something I'd happily shoot rabbits and squirrels and small game with, but if you're just seeing the speed and how well those arrows hit, I would go for deer. Let me go see how well those planted into my target. I have a variety of penetration, but not a lot. From where my hand is to the tip. So we got about pretty much a foot of penetration. Now, granted, I was at 15 yards. Would have done a lot further, but this is where the targets were at. Oh. Okay, so this is Rich with Spirit of Wild Wings. Just wanted to remind you what I like to remind you. Get up, get yourself out in the woods, get some dirt time, enjoy what you're doing, and I am looking forward to seeing you in the woods. Oh, next week, the Pathfinder Gathering.